greetings and welcome to a brand new episode of the Iron Phantom's Black Book. I am the Iron Phantom, and I'm here again telling you some stories. So, this time, I am going to tell you the story of the Ghastly Haunter. Enjoy it. The year is 1977. A family known as the Kendalls move into a new home, where it is the perfect place to raise their family, their son and two daughters. Eventually, after settling in, they start to feel like everything is good and they can start a new chapter in their life. Every Saturday night was game night for the family, always playing board games or charades or guessing games, or every so often would end the night with hide and seek. One Friday, the eldest daughter, named Winifred, saw a game in the store. It was a Ouija board. She liked what she heard the stories of, but never really believed in any of the superstition and bought one. That night when they were playing some games, she came with a new game. Mr. Kendall said, "Dear, what is that you bought?" "It's a board game called Ouija." Then the son, Richard, said, "Wait, I've heard of these. Apparently they summon ghosts." "Oh, come on, don't tell me you believe in that crap." The youngest daughter, Maddie, said, "How do we play this game?" Mrs. Kendall said, "I don't think this is a good idea." "Nonsense," said Winifred. "It's a fun game. We can play." So they get the game out. They then say, "Okay, so what we do is we move around it, and then we ask questions to the spirits, and then we end it by putting it on goodbye. Because if you don't say goodbye, you basically left the door open." So Winifred moves around the lens over the Ouija board and then says, "What questions shall we ask?" Mrs. Kendall says, "I don't know." "I know what. Why don't we ask the previous owner who lived here? He lived here before us and he died in this very room." "Dear, did you tell her the story?" "No, I did not. She clearly likes to do her research and find things out." "Dad," said Richard, "did someone really die in this house?" "Yes, but he was an old man." "Now, please, let's not talk about it. We're going to scare Maddie." They then ask, "Old man, are you still here?" The dial then moves to letters Y-E-S, yes. Richard asks, "All right, Winnie, stop messing around." "I'm not messing around. This is the ghost speaking." Ooh. "Okay, that's enough. Dear, why did you buy this game?" "I don't know, I thought it'd be fun to talk to the ghosts." And then Richard goes, "I think it's a fun game." "No, it isn't. Look, we're going to get rid of that game, okay? Mom, you seriously don't think ghosts are real?" Whilst they are bickering and arguing, the youngest child looks at the game and sees it, saying, "Is anybody here?" She then sees it move, spelling out the words, "Hello." She then says, "Who are you?" She then sees the dial move around, and it say, "Stop playing. You're summoning something." Then Maddie says, "Look, Mummy, Daddy, it's moving by itself." Look, now she's seeing things. Come on, let's put this away and play another game. "Fine God," said Winifred, you're such killjoys." Later that night, when the family is asleep, Maddie goes downstairs and gets out the Ouija board and continues to ask questions. She says, "Is anybody there?" It moves to YES, yes. And then Winnie wakes up, saying, "What are you doing?" "Come on, Maddie. We should go back to bed." "But I'm playing with my friend." "What do you mean you're playing with your friend?" "The old man who lived here before." "What, you mean the man who died here?" Then a noise is heard in her armchair. She says, "Hello? Who's there?" She then sees a shadowy figure walk around, moving in the darkness. She then says, "Who's there? Who's there?" And then she screams. Then the lights come on, and Mr. and Mrs. Kendall go, "What is going on here?" "Winifred, what are you doing with that board game, the Ouija?" "You know what? Stop this. You're not scaring your little sister." "I wasn't. She was already down here. Enough. Now come on. It's time to go to bed." They then return to bed and go to sleep. As for the little girl Maddie, she lays in her bed and turns to her side, where she then sees the old man from before, putting his finger to his lips, telling her to shush. The next morning, when having breakfast, Mrs. Kendall asks Maddie, "What are you doing, honey?" "I'm drawing a picture of me and my new friend." "Oh, who is your new friend?" "It's the old man who lives here." "Okay, that's enough, okay? Look, when someone dies, they go to heaven, okay? And this man who lived here before, he was very old. Look, why don't you get yourself ready for school?" Looking at the drawing, there is the resemblance of the old man who lived here. Why is she drawing a picture of the previous owner? I don't know. But it's starting to scare me. "Oh, come on. You don't seriously believe in ghosts," said Mr. Kendall. "No," said Mrs. Kendall, "but still, it's a bit ghastly, don't you think?" Then later on, as the day ended, during the night time, Maddie gets up and there she talks to someone, saying, "Yes, okay, Mr. Ghastly." Then Mr. Kendall gets up and says, "Maddie, what are you doing? Please, come on, come to bed. Your sister was messing around last night." "But she wasn't. There really is an old man here." Yes, of course. Come on, come to bed. Then the spirit of the old man briefly appears and shouts to Mr. Kendall, "Help!" Then he is jumped. When the light is switched on by Mrs. Kendall, she asks, "What is going on? Come on, let's go back to bed. It's Saturday tomorrow. And you know what tomorrow night is? Game night." Later on, the morning comes. The next day, Mrs. Kendall is tidying the house while Mr. Kendall takes the children to the park. While she is cleaning and tidying, she then goes onto the landing where she sees a tall hooded figure in a robe with fierce eyes. She jumps and screams, and then looks away, and then it is gone. She then clears her mind and thinks what she saw was just a fragment of her imagination, until the old man, Mr. Ghastly, appears again and says, "Help!" Then she screams, wondering what the hell is going on. She then gets out the Ouija board, which is locked away in a cupboard. She then says, "Who is here?" The dial then moves and magnifies over the letters, spelling out the name, Kitole. She says, "What?" She then puts away the Ouija board and heads to the local library, looking at books on demonology, eventually finding the name Kitole, saying that this is no ghost, but a demon. Game night happens. They play games, and then Winnie asks, "Hey Mom, can we play Ouija board?" No, we can't. Anyway, it's getting a bit late. We should go to bed. But it's still early. No, I'm not feeling well. I just want to go to bed. Well, come on then, kids. You heard your mother. Bed. But we're not even tired yet, said Richie. Don't disagree with me. Come on. We got church in the morning anyway. After the Sunday service, Mrs. Kendall walks up to a priest and says, "Father, could you please bless our house for us?" "Oh, you're the new residents, aren't you, the Kendalls? Well, of course I will." And then he goes to their house and blesses it, walking through every room in the house, blessing, until he hears the old man, Mr. Ghastly, who then says, "Help!" Jumped, he wonders what he just saw till he sees it written on the wall, "Help me." Then, after blessing the house, he leaves. Later that night, the priest does his research, looking at ghosts and the afterlife. He then goes to the Kendall house and says, "Look, I don't want to worry you or anything, but I think your house might be haunted." "Don't be silly," said Mr. Kendall. "There's no such thing as ghosts." The priest said, "You have faith. You must believe in Jesus." "Well, I like to believe in something, I think that this spirit... You see, Mr. Ghastly, he was a very strange man. I mean, he loved demonology and stuff. I think whatever's going on, he wants us to help him. Now, is there anything you've got?" "Well, our daughter, Winifred, purchased a Ouija board recently, and, well, we stopped them from playing it because it was scaring our youngest, Maddie. But she said she has a friend called, I don't know who, we never asked. May I speak with your daughter? Of course. The priest then goes up to Maddie's room and says, Hello, Maddie. Hello, father, she said. What is going on? Your mother and father tell me that you have an imaginary friend. What is his name? His name? His name is Mr. Ghastly. Really? And does he ever talk to you? No. He sorta likes to protect me and keep me safe from a nasty man. A nasty man? What kind of a nasty man? He calls himself Kitole, this nasty man. Really? The priest then says to the parents, there is something going on here. Some ghastly haunter for sure. What do you mean? You said your daughter bought a Ouija board. Did you ever say goodbye when you finished playing with it? No, we don't believe in that crap, excuse my blasphemy, father. But there are no such things as monsters. Mrs. Kendall says, I did see something a few weeks ago. What do you mean? Well, when we moved in. Well, not moved in, but when we bought the house. I thought I saw something in the window. Like a shadow of the old man, but I was seeing things. And then last Saturday I saw something in a tall robe. A scary, horrible-looking man. What do you mean? Then the priest then says, I will get some people onto this. We will do this for free. Good, because I'm not paying anyone to tell us that we're haunted, said Mr. Kendall. A week passes by, and a medium comes in. The medium says, oh yes, there is some paranormal activity. Is there anything strange been happening? No, other than our youngest daughter talking to Mr. Ghastly and telling him that demon keeps coming back. I believe you have had a confrontation with the demon Kitole. Listen, he is no nice demon. He collects souls and with the very look, he can scare a person to death. We need to summon this and stop what's going on. Are you saying we need a seance? Yes, we do. Fine, said Mr. Kendall. Let's just get this rubbish over with. The family, the priest and the medium, and the demonologist who is with them, all gather in the dining hall. They then decide to summon the spirits. The medium then feels something as she then is possessed by the old man. The man says, I am Mr. Ghastly. Listen, I spent all my life obsessing over the afterlife and monsters. Now it seems that in the afterlife I am seeing everything that I tried to summon. You must stop him. You must stop the demon Kitole. Then, that is when the demon goes into the medium and destroys Mr. Ghastly's soul. Then, the medium awakens, now possessed by Kitole, saying, You summon me. Now, I am here, and I want your souls. Pure or impure, they're all the same to me. The priest then gets out a cross, performing an exorcism, saying the power of Christ compels you. The demon Ketor saying, fuck you, priest, religion. You always use that as a weapon against me. Then Maddie says, stop it. What? Let the lady go, said Maddie. I'm not scared of you. Mr. Ghastly was scared, but he told me I shouldn't be scared. You're just a nasty demon. Strange, a child with no fear. Get out of here. This is our house. Then Richie and Winifred say, wait, the Ouija board. We never did say goodbye. Quick, let's get it out. Then Kitole grabs the little girl. Mr. and Mrs. Kendall go up to try and stop the medium, but Kitole holds them back, saying, I'm going to enjoy playing with your daughter's soul. Of course, it's not going to taste nice with her not being scared. Then the other two children, Winifred and Richard, say, Hey, demon! Time to say goodbye. They then move onto the Ouija board to goodbye. Then that is when Kitor goes, No! You children and your smartness. That is when Kitol leaves the medium's body, revealing his true self. And then the priest gets Kitol, holding the cross to him, saying the power of Christ compels you, and ordering him to return to where he came from, saying his name out loud, Kitol, I banish thee. Then Kitol disappears. After Kitol is gone, the Kendall family then take the Ouija board and burn it, destroying it. The priest and the medium say that would be for the best. As for the demonologist, he then says, I can't believe we actually got a real demon. This will be something for the books. They then watch the Ouija board burn away, so that they will never have to suffer any haunting again. 1 year later, in the summer of 1978, the Kendall family are enjoying a day out in the garden in the summer breeze, enjoying it all. But from inside the house, reflecting in the window, are a pair of demonic eyes. Kitol looking down at them, smiling. Then he fades away, looking for another person or people somewhere elsewhere in the world playing with a Ouija board.
Did you enjoy that story? Did it give you chills? Did you like it? Let us know all of that down in the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share with your friends and feel free to subscribe to the official Random Horror YouTube channel if you haven't already. And to hit that notification bell. I have been the Iron Phantom, and this has been the Iron Phantom's Black Book. So do join next time, when I'll be telling some more tales of chills. Until next time, don't have nightmares.